Welcome to an SFB Addict video.
Okay, so I was asked how to access the text SSDs in the module, and there's two ways of doing it. Go to the ship's SSDs, Federation. Here's the graphic SSD. Here's the Cadet graphic SD. And at the bottom, you have a generic SSD, which is actually your text SSD. And you would drag that into player SSD area. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your point of view, every time you move this, it will echo the status of all of these lines into the chat area. So try not to move it unnecessarily. You can label ships individually. You can change the graphic. So you have your shields in position around the graphic. You have your unit type statistics directly below it. Breakdown rating, movement class, EGT, erratic maneuvering, turn mode, crew units, boarding parties, etc. And then you've got three columns of information. All of your weapons are in the third column to the right. The first column is broken up into armor, control systems, system tracks, and then some of the ancillary internals, which are not hull, power, or shuttles. And then we have in the middle hull, power systems, and shuttles. Now you cannot just click on the individual lines, unfortunately. You need to right click and select the item that you're going to modify from the list. So if you took a lab hit, you would go to labs and reduce it to whatever number of labs are left after the hit. That's one way of doing the text SSDs or generic SSDs. The other way is through the counters. There is a text SSD multi-access all prices. And you can drag this onto the map. So, like this one, it has the shield strength around the counter. Again, you modify it by right-clicking and going to the field that you want to modify. So, if it's a ship with a 22 shield, or takes 8 points of damage, or whatever, you can modify it and set it up this way. And you'll notice that it's only got the shields here, not all the other systems. That's because the other systems are right here. Ship systems, display, text SSD. It's a window that will pop up. Just play the window here a bit. It opens up very long, so you have to shrink it down a bit to get the entire thing on screen. And you can drag it to the width of your screen, or height of your screen. It doesn't need to be very wide. You can make it as wide as you want. But it will have all your systems, power systems, hull, shuttle bays, control systems, etc. Then you got your weapons in text boxes, boarding party stuff down below, your sensor tracks, turn mode stuff, your shuttles, boot cost, transporter bombs, etc. So it's all here. And when it comes to things like your weapons, it's just a text field, so you can fill this out with whatever number of weapons you need, and you can fill it in. So if it's not 3 phaser ones, let's say it's 4 phaser ones, so you do that. So the 4th phaser one, let's say, is number 4 RA. Resize the window thing in, and all we're going to have to scroll up and down here, it will increase the size. And again, if we do a number 5, notice that there's a scroll bar, but once I grab the window and resize it, the scroll bar thing goes away for that field. So you can modify it as you need to. And this one here, yes, you can go in and you can simply, quickly, directly modify what you need to modify. So if this one was like turn a 7 at 25, you can just quickly simply do it. The counter has the extra information on it. So you can put EW status, you can change game status off and on, so that just got toggled, so we'll do that again. So EW status, erratic maneuvering status, so it's under EM, and if we go back in there, you can do the same thing with your passive fire control. If we want to change the EM and say that's a 4. So it's a 2. We can turn them off entirely. And you also have your energy allocation form right here. And when it comes to the other one, your energy allocation form here as well. Second ship, just down, relabel it, change the graphic, and then you can change the statistics for your ship. This is the tedious part, is if you're setting up a battle, unfortunately there's no library allowed to be included, so you have to define every ship every time you use it. So you'd want to set up what you're going to be playing ahead of time, and you save the game and load the game up when you're ready to play it with your opponent. Anyway, that is your text SSDs. And no, you don't have to use this one graphic. You also have the ability to change graphics here as well. Alt N and Alt B will let you cycle through to find the one that you want. And you don't even have to have this on the map. You could put that sort of counter information directly into the player SSD area as well. And just use a regular counter on the map. So instead of these, we could have a few of these. I gotta remember that. You can do the ship's display, kind of thing. Underneath it. That's your energy allocation form. There's another way of doing the energy allocation form. It's a graphic. So you could a graphical one under each one. And you would access this, the same thing. Show data, brings it up. So instead of using the menu for show data, you would have a graphical representation of it, and then you could do show data. Doesn't matter which one you use. So that's it for this little recording.